So, what do you think about fasting?
I
Have you
think,
ever heard about the concept at all?
yeah, I've heard it, and I think it's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Uh, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. Recently, and I've actually read a few books recently about it. One book is called "Man's Higher Consciousness" by Hilton Hotema, and the other one is "Therapeutic Fasting," and I forget the author's name. I will have to look it up. Um, but they both talk about fasting in a very positive way, and they basically express um, the idea that if you do fast, it almost reverses the aging process. Basically become younger by fasting. What do you think about that? You think that's true?
Like fasting is the fountain of the youth. Nobody
Uh,
knew about it.
Pretty much, exactly.
Huh.
Yep. And so the idea is, at least according to therapeutic fasting, from memory, anyways, I it says that basically if you were to fast for about the average fast in that book was probably about 40 days or so.
40 days, like
About, yeah,
Jesus,
yeah, 40 days, just water, no food. And
just
so
water.
pretty long time. And but they were kind of supervised by the doctor whoever was in charge of it would kind of supervise the patient. And uh and basically the results were always uh positive. And the people actually, um they felt way healthier afterwards. Like they felt better than they've ever felt, basically. And one thing that they said would happen is around the like 30-day mark or so. The patients would pretty much start throwing up all kinds of gross stuff. Like they just throw up like crazy, and it'd be like really gross, black, nasty stuff that they never even like. They didn't know it was inside them. Basically, they didn't even know where it came from. And pretty much what it was, it's just it's like all the toxins in your body that you just were not able to get to by fasting. You uh, basically just gave yourself way more energy. You allowed your body to have so much more time and energy to focus on detoxifying rather than digesting food. That it just got rid of all these toxins that you didn't even know existed that were in you. And that's why it has such a powerful effect on people, is because it really just it's the ultimate detoxifying process, basically.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds pretty crazy. I mean, like, normally people nowadays they'll think fasting is, part of their religion,
Hmm.
but maybe they don't really think about it from a medical point of view,
Exactly.
or more of a, trying to lose weight type of,
Yep.
like, for a diet. People will go 2 or 3 days without eating, or depending on the person, body type, that sort of thing. But when you start looking at it as more of like maybe from the standpoint on the medical industry on getting rid of big illnesses,
Exactly.
even big illnesses like cancer.
Exactly. And the thing is, there's no money in fasting, right? Like, you don't make any money from telling a patient to fast because it's free and easy.
Yeah, because they don't want you to know
Well, not
that
necessarily easy, but
you can basically get rid of all your problems on your own. Your body will do it. You just got to let it
exactly.
by
I-
not
i-
eating.
If you just allow your body to take care of the problem, it'll do it. But the problem is nobody ever allows the body to actually do this. They're always bombarded with food. They never get a chance to actually detoxify all the way. And so that's why. And actually, I think that even if you're just even just continue eating food, obviously, like you just eat one meal a day. That'd be the ideal thing. Is just to eat one meal a day, and if you did that, you just feel way better automatically. So even without fasting, if you just started by eating one meal a day and just got used to doing that, then you could go on an actual fast, and maybe it'll actually really help you.
Yeah, like if you watch animals when they get injured or sick, they'll actually not eat food.
Yep,
I've noticed that even in my cats, at home.
exactly. Well, I mean, even like when people get sick, that's the first thing that happens is you lose your appetite. You don't want to eat any food,
Yeah.
and that's your body telling you that it needs to detoxify, and if you eat food, it's just gonna make it worse. And so basically, that's that's what people need to do all the time because people are already toxic anyways before they start feeling sick. They're already toxic, so if they were to stop eating, it would already be beneficial for them anyways.
Right. And it's like, you see that when a child is sick, they'll take them to the doctor, and the doctor will just tell them fluids.
Mm-hmm.
Even babies, it's just fluids and maybe very little food
Yep,
most of the
exactly.
time, because like that body's new. It doesn't really need anything. It just needs to work itself out,
Exactly. And so
because it'll just attack all those bacteria or whatever's just making it sick. And
yeah,
yeah,
you could live off just drinking orange juice all the time. I literally think you could just live by just drinking orange juice every day, and you'd be totally fine, and you'd probably be way healthier, honestly, for doing so. And you wouldn't be super scrawny like some people might think. I think if you were to train your body enough to actually be able to do that, that you would, you'd be like probably in the best shape of your life, honestly, if you could train your body, if you could adapt to eating less food and just only needing to rely on the you know what was actually intended in the first place, just fruit. I think you'd be in the best shape.
Steve Jobs was a fruit guy.
Oh, was it?
Fruitarian. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Remember watching that
badass.
in one of those movies.